Hello, how y'all doing tonight? This is
Hey
another
y'all.
edition of the Pages Speak. My name is Joe Nathan Lee Page, and what's your name, beautiful lady?
My name is Stephanie Page.
All right, ain't she pretty? Come on, that's the name of the Lord. All right, all right. Well, I guess our topic tonight is would you ever?
Yes, as you come on,
I'm pleading the fifth already.
as you come on, we'd like asking that you would like, please share,
Yeah,
share, like, share,
subscribe.
and please go subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as to the Pages Speak.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Facebook,
so
yeah, all that good stuff. Would you ever? This one right here, it makes me feel like I'm on Fear Factor because you got your wife on the side of you, and you don't know if you may ask a question tonight, and you ask it wrong, you may meet certain situations. So pray for me as I need your prayers. I solicit your prayers. Amen.
it's not gonna be that bad, but
Who knows?
you can put some questions up in the comments and we're going to try to get them, but we're just trying to ask us everyday questions that everybody may be thinking of or have possibly thought of at some point in time in their life. So,
And feel free to throw some questions out there that y'all can answer.
or you can answer, you still can answer online. So, let's go. Hey, hello everybody.
What's
Glad to see you all. Laramie, Sharia, Kayvon, Brother Rudy, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
All right, so
Yeah.
question.
Uh-oh.
Would you ever get a tattoo?
I ain't got one, and I'm like 50 years old, so I ain't got one now. I don't think I'll get
Yeah, at one point I really wanted one. And I'm like, the only reason why I wouldn't, especially now, because when you chunky and then you lose weight and then it started looking sort of funny, and I don't want no wrinkly tattoo or nothing like that. Yeah, it started sagging or whatever. So yeah, I don't want a wavy tattoo. So I don't think I would ever at this point in time. Listen, what am I? So I'm a little older. Even though I thought about getting one, like a little crown, because I'm a kingdom kid, whatever. I thought it was really, really cute. And then I mentioned, I said, "Oh, honey, I'm gonna get a tattoo." And how'd you look at me? Yeah, that's not how you look at me. So, would I ever get a tattoo? I would not get a tattoo. But it's not for any kind of spiritual reasons, because I do not believe you're going to hell for a tattoo.
No. Well, what happens when you get older and wrinkly, your crown will look all wrinkled and bent.
Yeah, I don't use a tip crown. You said crown tip to side. So yeah, I don't want to dent it. I don't want to dent it crown. But yeah, I wouldn't get a tattoo, but not because of any spiritual reasons. I just wouldn't get a tattoo because I think I'm just old.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not old, but I'm just like, no. Okay. Would you ever prank your partner in a way to genuinely instill fear, but they can handle it so it's all good? And how would you go about it? Oh, that's a good one. Would I prank? I think about pranks all the time.
Really?
I do. I just don't ever pull any of them off, because it's not so much that he couldn't handle it, but he'd be mad at me.
You got somebody stabbed, kicked, and hurt. Then y'all understand he's not so much a man of God that he claims to be. You know how that is.
But you know what? I think that I used to prank, but not so much to scare. I'm gonna tell y'all the kind of stuff that I used to do, because I used to be petty, And this is the Pages Speak. We just used to be real. Many of those who know me know that years ago I lost my sense of smell, so I can't smell. And it's interesting that I can still cook and I can taste some things, but I can't smell anything. So me being petty. When you're married, you pass gas in front of your mate. Oh, and the things I used to do, I used to roll up the windows and lock the windows, and then pass gas. And to me, that was like really, really funny. It's not so much a prank, but you know.
That's when you find out somebody really loves you. That's
Anyway,
when you
but
find out
I
that
think-
you really got love in your relationship. When they roll the windows up and let out a bad one, too. Not a little, but a bad one. And make you turn up your nose.
But I think that
Yeah.
in marriages, I think you should have fun. I think you should be able to
That was fun
play.
for
To
you.
me,
To you.
anyway, I think you should be able to play. You should be able to,
Torture.
to have fun, you know, and sometimes play pranks or play games. I think that should be, have some fun, laugh. Don't be so, uptight all the time. Sticking to us. And Christians, we tend to be all stiff and have some fun, y'all.
Come on,
Please.
what you say?
All right. Would you ever go to a strip club?
I have in the past. But now, at being 50, it don't make sense.
Well, I have never in my life been to a strip club.
What?
I never even went
You
to
ain't been to watch Mozambique?
never
Here
went
is
to there.
Paris.
I was never interested in that. But I will say this.
What's that?
If God sends me to a strip club to evangelize, be a light, to show love, I can go in a heartbeat. I don't have any problems with it. You have to go to where the people are. You have to go to where the love is needed. You have to go to wherever God will send you to witness. So would I ever go to a strip club? If God sent me to a strip club, I would absolutely, positively go.
Well, watch Mozambique and Henry Palace. They needed some evangelism. Back in the day.
Wait a minute. But
we
back
did
in
a
the
lot
day,
of
but listen, I'm
evangelism
telling you,
here.
back in the day, I was at we were at a Baptist church, and a lot of my sisters used to go to watch Club Mozambique all the
What?
time. I don't know. It's just
Now she's a missionary.
I
now.
never really wanted to go. And I'm gonna tell you the honest God truth. When I would see, the men, sort of sweaty, and I don't know, it always looked like it was funky to me.
Really?
That's
funny.
That never appealed to me. Now I ain't judging nobody else. If that's your thing, that's your thing. I'm not going to judge you, but
yes, we in front of you, sweating all over the place. All right.
That just was not my thing. So
All
yeah,
right.
no, not
Well,
doing
you
it.
might not make evangelism spot like that.
Well, again, if God sent me there, I'm not trying to be all up in, all up in the action.
They don't come to
And then when you put your hand up and say, no, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. No,
Worry
thank
about
you. Do
yourself.
you know Jesus?
No.
No.
Oh, you probably be like, yeah, I know Jesus.
Okay. Okay, now this is it. Would you ever fake satisfaction with a gift, a service someone gave you, or sex? I'm gonna tell the honest God truth. I am horrible at faking anything.
Really?
As soon as I feel some kind of way, it's gonna come across my face. I really do try, but I'm a horrible liar. I'm a really bad, and the thing is, it'll show on my face before I can catch it. You know how it's like, you can't, your mama said, oh, thank you. But it's like, oh, thank you. The first response is like, oh, thank you. So, I gotta catch it. I gotta catch it. So I'm not very good at faking things. And the other thing is, I would say no, because if it's a service or something, you keep getting that bad service or that bad gift or that bad sex, unless you say, honey, this ain't really doing it for me, or I don't really like this, or I don't really wear this. I don't really wear this, or even tell them, what? I really appreciate you providing the service, but I just think that it's a little lacking, and maybe some things that would
provide the service.
I'm talking about
I appreciate
I
you
said,
providing
I
the
said a
service,
gift
but the
service.
service was not up to par. Wow.
I wasn't talking about sex with that. I was
But
talking about
I'm
service.
thinking,
I said a gift, a service, or sex. Any of those things.
I'm sorry, you can provide a good service here. I want my money back for my time.
I just think that you should be honest. I don't think that you should fake satisfaction if you're not satisfied.
Or you can say, thank you for providing an unsatisfactory service.
But I don't think you should fake it.
That would break them both down.
I'm not talking about in regards to sex. I'm talking
Sorry,
about
the service was trash. It was not good.
because, oh my goodness. Okay.
All right. Okay.
This is good. This is good. Oh, would you ever choose your parents over your spouse?
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one. You hear about that in relationships all the time. It just depends on the situation. It just depends on the situation.
Okay, well, this is how I think I feel about it. It depends on who was right and who was wrong.
What you talking about, right about?
So if there's like a discussion and like you have to choose sides between your parents or your spouse, it would depend on, like who was right and who was wrong. More than likely, if it's about choosing sides, I would, choosing sides in regards to like an argument or something that's going on. I'd want to hear the entirety of it.
Okay.
But if it's something like, okay, your wife is doing something and needs you to be someplace at a certain time, or my husband's doing something needs me to be someplace at a certain time, and my mama doing something needs me to be someplace at a certain time, I would try to do both, but my husband would have to take priority. Okay. That's how I feel about it. All right. Okay, here's another good one. Would you ever lie to the police to protect a loved one?
Nope, I'll just be quiet.
Plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth. I wouldn't say nothing.
I'm not saying nothing. I would encourage my loved one to be honest and turn themselves in. But I'm not gonna say, yo, he over there and he did this, and this. I'm not gonna say anything one way or another. I don't know. I just with the justice system the way that it is, I don't want to lie for anybody. So I'd rather say nothing than lie. But I also would have a hard time turning my loved one over to the justice system because it's not about them being rehabilitated. It's all about punishment a lot of times with the justice system. So I don't know if I would lie to the police, to try to, get them out of a situation. I think I would just be quiet.
I depends. If somebody got killed because of somebody, he over there.
I would try to. I was really trying to.
Somebody try to kill somebody else.
Yeah,
it depends on the severity. I don't know. It just depends. A lot of that will depend upon the situation. Whatever that's a situation by situation type of question.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's situation by situation. Anyway, I really want to encourage you guys, please, if you're watching, please share, so we can, get more people joining into the conversation. Yeah.
Hey, I got a question.
Oh, no.
Would you ever vote for 45 in 2024? I'll let you boy. I bet. Don't be so harsh out here. Would you ever do that again? Some of y'all didn't do it the first time. Would you do it?
I think that it depends on who he running against. I'm gonna vote for if it's somebody who was worse than 45.
Who could be worse?
I probably
Other than the devil.
Other
than Satan.
I just,
Who could be worse?
yeah.
Chucky.
You can just keep checking them.
Or Chucky.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't be big enough to get some police.
Okay, here's a question. Have you ever gotten away with something that you most likely shouldn't have? Yes.
Yeah. I had many times.
Absolutely.
Before I was saved.
Even since I was saved.
Since you was saved, right? Yeah. True.
I have gotten away with some things I probably shouldn't have gotten away with. But the thing is, to be totally honest with you, you never really get away with stuff because even if you get away in regards, where you don't necessarily get the repercussions immediately,
right,
you still have to face the consequences of your actions in some way or another. So it may be that maybe no one else caught you, but God knows everything. And a God whooping is worse than the world whooping. By the time he get through dealing with you, like, oh God, I'm so sorry. So but godly sorrow works repentance. So everything he does and everything he says, will bring you to a better place.
All right.
Yes. Okay, I saw some more. I'm trying to see the questions up here. There were some other questions I think I missed. Let me go back. Let's see. So yeah. Oh, I hear you, Brother Ruby. I do believe he was like, yeah, he was the biggest one. Okay. Oh, here's one. Would you ever tell someone you're busy when you're really just lying in bed?
I've done that one. Come on, you be lying and saying you ain't. Looked at the phone, rolled all the way.
But you are busy. You're busy resting.
Busy trying to go to sleep. Busy watching TV. Busy reading a book.
Really?
Busy doing. Don't play it like I'm the one.
I don't know. I'm a terrible liar. So I would probably just if I am resting, I'm gonna put my phone on do not disturb. I'm not gonna tell anybody anything one way or another because if I answer, I'm gonna want to deal with whatever the situation is or deal with whatever the problem is. And see, Pastor Joe, he'll roll over and I'll still be talking to people. He'd be like, and he going to sleep and I'm still dealing with situations. So it's better for me to just put my phone on silent so I don't have to try to tell somebody.
You would have to blow the hinges off my phone. But I'm like, oh, that's somebody it must be really important.
Yeah, in order to really
just keep calling back to back. If you ever had that, would you ever push the button to send them to voicemail? Some of y'all did that. I'm pointing at you. I'm pointing. You got to take a condemnation. That finger of condemnation right there at you.
Oh my goodness.
Some of everybody done that. Oh, send the voicemail.
Yes, Kimon says he counts watching TV as being busy.
Is it? All right, Kimon, at least you told the truth.
I don't know. I'll turn off the TV. I will, but that's different. Okay.
You will.
Have you ever, or would you ever, lie about being broke to not give somebody some money?
I've done it before. I've done it.
I'm gonna lie and say I'm broke. I'm not gonna declare brokenness over myself. I will say, I don't have it to give to you.
Right.
And that's true. I have it, but not to give to you.
Not to take a chance.
So that's not lying.
Not to roll the
dice
and not get it back. Not to roll the dice and not get it back. You know what I'm saying? I don't got it to lose. Come on, anybody ever felt like that? I ain't got it to lose.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I normally don't loan money.
You want to give it.
If I have it, I'd much rather just give it. So that way, I don't expect it back. And that way, There's no disappointment. There's no grief. There's no expectation because, you know, with loved ones and friends, loaning money can be a relationship breaker, you know? So it's better to just give it to them. You know, if they have a need, you step up to meet the need. You step up in love to do whatever you can do, whatever you need to do in order to help whoever it is that's going through whatever it is. So I try not to, I'd rather not loan money. I'd rather just give it if I have it. And if I don't have it to give, I don't have it to give.
Right. That's a good rule of thumb. Don't give it to nobody
unless you can afford to lose it. Yeah, unless you can afford to lose it, don't give it to somebody. Okay. Now, this is another question. All right. Would you strip to pay your bills?
I did it before. I'll joke. I ain't never stripped. But stripping to pay for your education is
I'm not
modest.
I'm not gonna judge anybody.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You do what you have to do.
What your mama gave you.
I don't have it like that.
It's a job. It's an occupation.
I mean, would I strip to pay? Maybe when I was like younger, like young. No. I never even went to a strip club, so you know
I couldn't see me doing it. My strip game would be chitlins.
See, and baby,
I don't know.
Ain't nobody gonna say no stripper name.
She like, break your hocks off, baby, because chitlins.
I don't know who's gonna be a stripper named Chitlins. Oh, help us. Okay.
Okay, serious.
Oh my goodness.
Serious.
Okay. All right. Let's get serious.
Serious tonight.
Would you ever make a major decision that could affect your household without talking to your spouse?
Say it again.
Would you ever make a major decision that could affect your household without talking to your spouse?
No.
Yeah, that's not. That would not be good.
I want to make sure home base is straight.
Yeah.
And then it'd be good for somebody to have a. I mean, it's every now and then it's good to confer.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
You should always confer.
Yes, you should.
You should always. You should not just go running around making major decisions.
So I was going to buy a Rolls Royce with a savings. You'd be like, what are we doing?
That's going to be going right back.
Right.
It's like, and then I'd have to get a note from the doctor. Now I'd lie. Oh, he had a mental break now. He's not physically capable right now to make decisions. So, we have to return this because he's not mentally capable to make decisions right now. It's like, no, that's not the move.
He's crazy.
And the thing, like, I would never want to do that. And to be totally honest with you, we never have done this, but we probably like to set a limit. If you're going to make a purchase over X amount of dollars, we need to talk first. It's about mutual respect and submitting to one another and understanding that the things that you do affects the people that you're with.
Look like Kate Bonner, bubbling.
Okay, let's see. What does it say? I don't know. I'll have another question. Would you ever be away from your partner for 6 months or more for work? Yeah.
Depending on the money.
Yeah.
If the money was right, you're paying me right, and the family's nice.
We're going to duo.
If the money
going to
is
be on
nice.
the phone.
What?
The thing is, it would be different if I was not secure. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I was not secure in my marriage, then it may be a problem. But because I'm secure and we would be able to communicate, talk, still be, in touch with one another, even though we're not physically together. And a lot of that is to do because our connection goes beyond just the physical. So I would have no problem with him being away longer than 6 months or me being away 6 months, you know, for work
Wouldn't mind
in
getting
order
rid of
for
me
us.
for 6 months. If the money was right.
Baby, let me go pack your bag.
Oh, hurry up and pack.
How much they say here? I love you here. Let me get you together. You need some snacks? Anyway,
6 months?
you need some snacks?
Wow.
Yeah, I'd have no problems with that. Oh, would you plan a surprise vacation for your spouse?
Absolutely.
Now,
I would love to do that. I've done surprise moves. I'm doing stuff right now.
Yeah.
Always trying to do surprise.
I would do it because I would also pack for it, and I would also make sure everything was prepared and ready before we went. But I don't think I'd want it done for me.
Ooh.
Because it's so much preparation, you know. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but you know, you're particular. If I'm about to go on a vacation, you want particular clothes, you know, perfumes, whatever. And a lot of times it's nothing personal, but a lot of times, you know, men sometimes don't know all the detailed stuff that you would. I'm saying sometimes all the detailed stuff that you would like. Wow. When you go, so it depends on really how picky you are.
Wow.
So sometimes I may be a little picky.
Wow.
And I just don't
wow.
You know,
men
it's just.
men can't be particular.
I'm not saying that.
Men
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying a lot of times, you know, you all know that y'all have a hard time sort of. You know that sometimes.
This sounded racist.
Anyway, it's like, you know that, you know, men sometimes have a problem, like you can't read our minds. You know,
we're supposed to.
Exactly. So it's better to ask.
We're supposed to know enough to be able to handle what needs to be handled. And if you want to chip in once we get there and you say a few things missing, just let me know. We'll get it all together.
Okay.
So that makes
it
easy.
If we can go shopping.
I'm talking about, you know, if I want
to go shopping,
I don't want you to bring no old clothes. Just the clothes you got on.
Oh,
we go shopping. Let's get it.
Okay, on that case, if we go on a vacation, that's about a whole new wardrobe when I get there.
Yeah, we got the money.
That's a whole nother story, okay?
Get it.
So yeah, I mean, I love, you know, the fact that, you know, you want to think and do something that's special for your mate. You know what I'm saying? That's what matters the most to me, that you're thinking about something that you really think would, you know, help, you know, and that I would really like. You really thinking to put thought into it. That's what I appreciate.
Right. Oh my God. That's so cute.
Would you ever eat your spouse's food or snack and not tell them about it?
I've done that many times.
Absolutely.
I would drink your stuff in a second.
What's his is mine, and what's mine is his.
You know,
I'll probably have an attitude.
Even if you will cuss me out later, I already did.
Oh my goodness!
Smile and just grin.
Oh goodness. Well, yeah. I mean, I
drunk the last swallow. You've been looking to go in there and drink it. I done drunk it up in the garbage. Who did that? Who did that? No one is here.
Oh goodness!
Who did that? Are you mad? Oh my God! Use one of the kids as a sacrifice. Going in there.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, I do.
I try to tell the truth about stuff like that. I try to do it all the time, even though I may be getting cut later. So
are you getting cut later? You think you wouldn't get cut later?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't get cut
sure
later.
About that?
I'm absolutely positive. You're not gonna get cut. I mean, the most I'm gonna do is pout.
Okay.
And be grumpy, especially if it's something that I really, 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 really wanted. You know, it's like that thing you put in the back of the refrigerator and you just know it's there and your mouth is watering for it and you go back to it and it's not there. Yeah, I might have an attitude, but I don't hold on to attitudes for myself.
Yeah, have you ever walked to the refrigerator and you had a nice little dessert in there and you found out that somebody that ate it and come to find out it's your spouse? Hooked you
Yeah,
up.
that happens a bit. That happens quite a bit. I'll be fussing at the kids and say, "Who ate my chips? Who ate my?" And they'll be like, "It wasn't me." And one says, "It's always not me. It's always not me." And it was not them. It was them.
Me. I did.
And then they said, we find out it was Uncle Charlie. It was Dad. Whatever. And I just go. And then I'd be like, "You got to go to the store."
Okay.
And that's how that goes. So if they eat your snacks, send them to the store.
Send them back.
You gotta go get me some more because you ate up all my snacks.
Give me some more.
Okay. Would you ever fake speaking in tongues?
Wow.
Shadabadahanda.
Wow. Bubble gum. Taco Bell.
Oh goodness. I don't believe I would ever fake speaking in tongues. I don't have to. I don't think I could either. And I don't have to. And then because I know the value and the purpose of speaking in tongues, I would never do it. Even though, everybody jokes, sometimes. Right. But, we know people who thought they were joking and faking, and next thing they know, they was caught up in the spirit. That's funny. So, no, I would never, ever fake speaking in tongues. So this one is in the same line or the same vein of would you choose your parent over the spouse? Would you choose your child over your spouse?
It has to be real. That is a situation by situation.
Yeah, it's situation by situation. The truth of the matter is, in marriage, we should look at our spouse. We are one. You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
But if my spouse is wrong, I'm not going to tell them they're wrong in front of my child. But I would maybe go to the side and say, well, have you thought about it from this direction, or try to get them to understand maybe a point of view. But I'm not going to choose my child over my spouse. And see, and a lot of times that causes issues in the home, issues in marriages. Because again, when you become married, you're forsaking all others. And even like I said, when we got married, our kids made vows just like we made vows. And our kids stood up and they had the understanding that from this time forward, my spouse comes first before any and everyone else. So, you have some people that say, "Oh, my child comes first." That's out of order. Yeah. It's out of order. It just is. And I understand the desire, this is my little kid. I understand. But the truth of the matter is, husband and wife, you all have to be united. You have to be one. You have to have a united front. As soon as your child knows that they can bring discord, or you'll choose one, or they can get you to choose a side over your spouse, or if they can bring any kind of conflict in the house, they are going to manipulate that. Kids are kids, but kids are some little manipulating little things. Don't think that they're not going to try to manipulate, try to get their way, even when they little. A little child will go to the mama ass, and you'll say no, and then they'll go after daddy and smile. They're manipulators, to get what they want. Little smart little manipulators.
You did all of that, and your baby grow up and go outside the house, get married off and everything. You did all of that, and you still left with your spouse. After all of that. Yeah. So you gotta always be prepared to kind of get your kids to be independent and be able to fly. Yeah. So you should always try to fly. Yeah. So you should always present a united front with your children. Like I said, even if you disagree, you go in that bedroom, you close the door, and y'all talk about it, but you don't do it in front of kids. Okay. Would you ever hide an item of clothing that a family member likes to wear, but you don't particularly enjoy? Absolutely. That's genius. Absolutely. You go ahead. I'm joking. Anyway. Why would you even think of something so? Well, if it's ugly or not flattering. What that got to do with you? If it's ugly or not flattering. What does that got to do with you? I say love. They might like it. You may never know. They may like you. They might. It ain't gonna look good to nobody. I believe that love
sometimes has to make difficult choices to protect their loved ones from tackiness.
You want to cast out the unfashionable.
Cast out that unfashionable demon.
Come out.
He needs to go. Get out. Jesus, you can't stay here. You got to go. And I wouldn't just hide it. It would be gone. It's now at salvation. Someone else can find some joy in utilizing it.
Really?
Yes.
That's sad.
Yes. That's yes, absolutely. And to be totally honest, if it's something that is unfashionable that I have, I would want you to encourage me to give it away.
Like, what's going on in your spirit?
That's what you said.
Is your spirit right with God today?
And because the thing is, yes, Sister Bridget, we are one. You represent me. If he go out tacky, they ain't gonna look at him. They gonna look at me. They gonna be like, "Oh, you didn't dress him that, didn't you? How you gonna let your man walk?" I'm telling you, the women catch it. If your husband go out tacky, they ain't gonna blame the husband. They gonna look at the wife like, she ain't taking care of him, and then they can be trying to do all kinds of little sneaky things. I ain't trying to deal with none of that, baby. When you walk out of here, you gonna look like you love.
Come on now.
I'm gonna love you right about that tacky spirit in the name of Jesus. So yeah, I would absolutely hide it, give it away, dispose of it in some way or another, so that it never, ever, 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 ever was on his body again.
All right.
Yes.
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 All right.
All righty. Would you ever cheat on your taxes?
Ooh.
I plead the fifth.
Would y'all do it? See, again, a conviction.
But listen. I don't cheat on my taxes. I just have people to do my taxes that are going to give me the maximum return. And I don't know what they're doing, but I'm going to give them my information, and I'm going to trust that they're going to do the best things on the table without cheating to get back the maximum return.
Right.
That's my answer. And I'm sticking to it.
I'm pointing the finger of condemnation and judgment. The finger of judgment is upon you.
Oh, God. All righty. Are there any other questions? Thank you, Kayvon. You've been throwing them out there.
I'm going to talk to you.
Oh, my goodness.
Look, let me pray.
Oh, my goodness. I'm trying to see any other questions I can't see. Oh, my goodness. But this has been fun, you guys. Have you, or would you ever? Would you ever? Oh, that was enough. Okay. Would you ever cheat on your spouse?
It's not.
I mean, if I'm gonna be totally honest, in a previous marriage, I was not totally loyal. I got caught up in some smooth talking and some stupid stuff. I was young and insecure, and that issue was within me. So as God heals your heart, and as he heals you and makes you whole, those desires that you have to step outside of the covenant that you're in just really do dissipate. Because my contentment doesn't come from my spouse. My spouse adds to it, but I'm content within myself. And that should be the key. You need to be content within yourself. And then when you all come together, it's enhanced. But if you're content within yourself, you're not going to have a need to go outside your marriage or to go anywhere else in order to be fulfilled. So,
no polyamory.
No polyamory.
No multiple relationships.
That was the question. That's another question. Y'all, what was that movie? Indecent Proposal.
Oh no.
Would you accept $100 million to let somebody have sex with your spouse?
Wow, that's a lot of money.
$100 million.
That's a lot of money. I don't think I can go through that. I've been lost and I've been in shots.
Yeah, that ain't cool.
I'm gonna try to name you.
Nope.
I don't care how much money you got.
That's not gonna happen because, again, my husband is not for sale. He's not an object. He's not a thing. He's a person with a soul and a mind, and he's not anyone that you can just come and buy. He has way more value than silver and gold to me. So no.
Okay, all right. I hear you smooth talking, smooth operator.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. So I think that's it. Oh, please go buy my book.
Okay, please.
Go buy the book.
What's
Gracefully Losing My Religion, Journey to Love Without Limits. It is on sale, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, or you can message me directly for a signed hard copy. You can only get signed hard copies from me. So if you desire a signed hard copy, just contact us via messenger. You can contact us on the Pay to Speak page or even on the Power Kingdom Life Ministries, and I will get you a copy of the book. Otherwise, you can get the soft cover on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, and I do believe you will be blessed.
Amen.
Amen.
Good.
All right, so join us next week where we will be discussing inclusion.
All right.
What are the problems with inclusion? What are the problems with it? So we're going to be discussing that. We're going to be having just a real conversation. So join us again next Thursday, 9 p.m. for the Page to Speak. I'm Stephanie Page.
And I'm Joe Nathan, Lee Page.
We're the Pages. And we'll see you next time.
Page to Speak, baby.
Yeah. Oh, subscribe, like and subscribe. YouTube, Instagram,
Facebook.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
Share, and all
Yep.
that.
All that. Share. Like, share.
Go on to the, I guess it's 6 podcast or something like that.
Okay. Like and share. Like
Go
and
on the
share.
page, you get all that.
Like and share. Anyway, so next time you take care of the Page to Speak. Bye-bye.
Bye.